everyone, how are we today? Have you got your Mad Hair Day on? It's Mad Hair Monday. You're probably thinking mine doesn't look much different to what it looks on other days, which is okay, because it is a Mad Hair Monday. All right, hope you're all enjoying your day. I know some of the essentials have gone to work. Some ladies have been home sitting. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. Go to my YouTube channel, hit the subscription and hit that bell, because when you hit the bell, you'll get notifications of when I'm going live. And at the moment, I'm doing 3 to 4 a week, and we're having a lot of fun. Okay, we're enjoying it and having a lot of fun with a lot of the groups and that out there. Don't forget, send a comment now. I can actually see them come up. I'm pretty sure I can. Let me just check. Yes, I can see all messages are visible. There we go. So I can see all the chats that are going to come up. So say hi. Where are you from? What have you been doing? It is a sew-along day tonight. So I'm sort of here for the late night shoppers if you've been on the Greater Australian Craft Show. But if not, you're my regulars. That's okay. Join in, and as I said, enjoy. Tell all your friends about it, and we can all chat in this group together. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a tote bag. And what I'm going to do, where is one? They're hanging up behind me. I've got one on the floor. Here we go. So this is the little tote bags that I'm going to make. Okay, show you how to make a couple of different versions of it. Has little handles, they're lined, the whole thing. Okay, there isn't a pattern for it. So I will have, later I will put the instructions of measurements and that down in the description. Okay, just so you can refer back to it later on, or you can just watch this video, because as I say, you can stop me, start me, pause me, rewind me, or delete me once these are actually on the YouTube channel. You can't do it in real life, sorry. So let's get started. The first thing, don't forget, subscribe, stalk me on Facebook or Instagram. They're always loaded onto Facebook as well. First one, we just need something to anchor all our fabric to. So I just use some iron-on interfacing I have hanging around. Okay, you can use a bit of stiffer one. You can use I use a thin one. Doesn't matter if it's iron-on or not. Just what you've got there. This is cut to 19 inches. Okay, so we need to cut it to 19 inches, and this is just going to be our base to sew our scraps onto, because I am using stash fabrics for this. Okay, these are just bits and pieces I pull out of wherever I've got fabric. Now what I've done with these ones to get this nice lines, okay, across here, I've actually joined bits of fabric together like this. Okay, it doesn't matter what size they are, just join them together. Now when you're joining them, make sure one edge is always equal. See how that's always equal? Don't worry about the other one. If it's a bit shorter or long, it doesn't matter. All right, you don't want them too much, but close enough. It doesn't matter. As long as one edge is exactly pretty straight, okay? So that's what we need to do. I haven't ironed these. They've been saying, hey, Joanne, how are you, Dar? Did you go to work today? Or you've been sitting sewing? Yay. Don't forget, too, I've actually put on the Facebook page the link for this going live. Put your comment in there of your mad hair. Did you notice I got scissors up here and the pointy bits outside so it doesn't hit my head? All right. So make sure they're all straight. Okay. So what we're going to do is you actually get this. Now I'm going to move the camera in a minute, and it's going to face the sewing machine, so you don't have to see me anymore. Isn't that good? All right. So what we're going to do is, let me see if I can do. What we're going to do first, we're going to get this, and we're just going to measure it roughly. If anyone knows me, it's not needed to be exact at times. So we're going to just make sure it goes diagonally down to that 18 inches. Yep, working. Oh, good, your parcel arrived. Wonderful. All right. So we're going to make sure it's along here, and I'm going to double it where the right sides are together, okay, and the straight edges are down along each other. If I missed your comments, sorry guys. They do pop up and then go very quickly, and we'll work that one out later. Here we go. I'm going to move the camera. I did test this before. This is my shop. This is my machine, and it did it before. It went down low enough. Okay, yes, you can see it. Is that okay? Let me know. But you can see it there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got the two pieces of fabric. So I'll sit it up in here. 2 pieces of fabric, and we've got our right sides together, and we know we're roughly going to go diagonally down on here. Okay, let's grab this one, right sides and the 2 straight sides. Okay, and I'm just going to sew these down. Now, you don't have to back stitch if you don't want to. I have my machine set up to do that automatically, because that's just me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sew it on. Now, doesn't matter if it's 1/4 inch seam or not. All right, as long as it's a bit straight, we'll be fine. All right, so just go along here. Don't forget to comment if you want to, what you're working on, what you're going to sew. Okay, so we've got the straight ones here, and that's the end. Okay, so then what we do, I'm going to, yep, got my little nippies here, don't need my scissors out of my hair. I'm just going to cut where I folded that one, and I'm not showing you, am I? Okay, I've cut where I folded that one, and I'm going to cut it off at the top here, like that. So then, just grab it, let's see if I can do it out here. We're going to grab it, and we're going to just, come back, Narelle. Sorry guys, this is all, oh there we go, you see here. And I'm just going to finger press it, okay? Just going to finger press it, so that it's out. I don't get the iron out very often. Okay, we're going to finger press that so it's sort of straight. Okay, it doesn't matter if the same fabric's next to each other. It's all bits and pieces. Okay, now we can see that here, this is our rough edge. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get the straight edge of the new bit I'm going to put on, and right side to right side. And I'm just going to look to see which one. So this guy's literally the one, oh, come back here. So this first bit is actually the one that's a little bit shorter than this one. So I'm going to put the straight edge along this one, right, and go from there. All right, so I just put it, okay, I'll hold it up. So I'm just going to start it here, okay, put him under the machine, and I'm going to sew it with that little one as my guide. So basically this is going to have, this piece here is going to be a bit overlappy, but that's okay. It gives it a little bit what I would call stability to the bag. And I'm just going to sew this along, okay, sew this along to where I get to the edge, oh, put you down, the edge of my interfacing or whatever you got for a stabilizer. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. Don't worry about seams or nothing. All right, go back to finger pressing it. My machine has an automatic needle lift with a light sensor, and it's still on. So every time you hear that, it goes up. All right, and then I'm just going to do the same thing again. Get the straight side of my new piece, right sides together. Find, oh, this one's pretty cool. Find the shortest or the littlest edge, right? And I've sort of just lined it up. I'm going to line it up with that red one. Come back up. Okay, and I'm going to go again. Okay, and we're going to continue doing this. Okay, like this along here. Now, here we go. Here we go. So, and then I'm going to chop it off again. All right, and finger press it open. All right, so you can see that building. All right, and it's along the diagonal of that piece. I have one here that I've done one side of it. Yeah, it is an industrial one, Julie. It's my Jack. Jack and I do a lot of late night sewing. There's Jack, me, and sometimes Johnny, old Johnny Walker, but not all the time. All right, it is a machinery. I have to be careful. Okay, so you're going to go right through, and you just get to right the end. So there's your, see on the back, that's your bit. So then to do the other half, I'm just literally going to do it again. All right, so we're going to grab the right side of this one, and I'm going to put it down. Again, I look for the one that's the littlest one, okay? And I am going to sew it straight down, Okay. If anyone is interested in these machines, send me a private message if you want. I can put you in touch with the people that actually have them. Okay. It's a great machine. It's just a straight sewer. And I do everything on it. All right, except for my quilting. That goes on a different one. I'll do a quilting one maybe one day. All right, I'm going to chop that off. And again, I'm going to go back to just doing the finger pressing. Okay, and then I will build that one right up to the edge. All right, and that's where you'll get the two sides of the bag done. Now I'm going to do this video in two parts because this one I'm going to show you how to do a few different fronts on it, okay, on the outside, and I'll give you the instructions for the lining, and I'll come back tomorrow and we'll do the lining and complete the bag, okay, because I thought it might get a little bit too long. And you don't need to hear my voice for that long, I'm sure. I'm sure you all don't. All right, the other one you can do is with a necktie. Let me just get up here and grab this bag. Yep, it did come down. Okay, so this one is with a necktie. So these are recycled from the op shop, which you can't get at the moment because op shops are all shut. We get that. These ones are done with a necktie. So go into hubby's room and get that. Now I did have a necktie here. Yep, here it is. Okay. So what we need to do is you're going to grab them. Okay. Now with the necktie. Oh, this one not done. Oh, this one's not done. Okay. You need to actually unpick them all. Okay. So they're quite easy to unpick. Give me 2 secs. And we're going to unpick them. Yes, I'm going to walk around because I have got one here. And I've got... Thought I had everything ready, ladies. Sorry. I have got it here. Just didn't put it in arm's reach. Okay, now neckties have a lot of busyness on them. Okay. So a lot of busy sort of prints and everything. This one's going to have a frog one on one side and the dragon bee waspy things on the other side. But the other one I've got here that is unpicked to show you is, what's this one got on it? Oh, little Bugs Bunny. Okay, so I've actually unpicked it. Okay, and it's out. Hi, Carol. How are you? All right. So I've unpicked it all the way along. And, yeah, you can guess it. Narelle doesn't iron. So you can iron it if you want, but you don't have to. Okay. And this has got, I don't even know what's on here. There we go. We got the Tassie Devil on this one. Okay, so he's going to have that on one side and one on the other. Again, I'm just going to take my 19 inches of this, and this is where, if you've got really bad OCSD, ladies, obsessive compulsive sewing disorder, this might do your head in a little bit because I am very freehand when I make these. So what I'm going to do is grab the tie, and I am just going to cut it. Let me get it in view here, and yeah, that looks good. I am just going to cut it straight up here. Okay. So now, if you've ever done crazy patchwork, crazy patch always starts with 5-sided bit of fabric. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm just going to lay that in the middle. All right. I've got a tub here of all solid colours. All right, and you can pick ones that match if you want, or typical me, I'll pick any one up, okay? And I'm just going to, see if I can get this in iron up for you. I'll leave the foot up. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up. That probably wasn't cut as straight as it's supposed to be, but that's okay, because we don't need them straight, okay? We are going to then sew. Yes, this is still rolled over. Hi, Julie. It's just a, inner facing is just... This is actually an iron-on, but it doesn't need to be, but it's a very thin one. So you could use a bit of organza. You could use a thin piece of fabric, another piece of calico, just something that you can sew it to that's not going to be too thick, okay? So I've just got this at home. I don't use interfacing on anything else. Don't know why I have it, but I've got a roll. So I've been using this, okay? I hope that helps and answered it. If anyone else asked a question, I missed it, sorry. Okay, so with the tie, this has still been over because I don't unpick that piece at the bottom. I just leave it. It's okay. All right. Again, don't worry about 1/4 inch seam, just as long as you're getting them in. Okay, I'll finish that one and turn, and I just finger press it. Okay, we finger pressed it. Now on these ones, on the one that I did make here, I actually did just all the same colour. So this has got all the purple around, this has got all teal around. On this guy, he's got reds, blues, greens, everything. So let's just put all sorts of colours in, eh? So what I'm going to do now is literally you work around like a log cabin. Okay, so you need to just keep working around and around. Okay, so I'm now going to pick here. So let me put this in. Let me pick it up. Okay, so this is the next side. I'm going to put across here. So I'm not even going to cut that off. I'm just going to line up my fabric with here. Okay, and make sure my thread doesn't come out. I'm going to put him in. Okay, just line it up. Can you see that okay? Yeah. The light's probably a little bit too much. Hang on. We'll work this out for this one, don't worry. And I'm just going to make sure that it comes down enough on there. This one I will trim off, okay? And put that little bit back into the little bit of stash so we can use it on somewhere else. All right. So trim that bit off. I'm going to, I need to bring it back here, don't I? Okay. And I'm going to just finger press him up. So I've caught that one. And now the next one, we're going to be going across here. Okay. So I am going to, don't have to worry about if it's not straight in when you're cutting them off or anything. Just make sure it's all flat. So if you want to iron them, you can do that. But because we're working with smaller pieces of fabric, just putting your hand on it and finger pressing it and hand pressing it is fine. Now make sure when you put your next piece on, it's going to go not just on the tie, but we need to actually include this piece up here. Okay, so we need to make sure it's all included. I'm going to pop him down on there, put that under my machine, and off we go. Have you guys taken photos of your mad hair? I hope so. If I've got to do it, you got to do it too. All right. So we're going to cut this one. Just going to trim him off a bit. That piece is not worth keeping, although I do love my miniatures. I'm going to press that out. So now we've sewn that one across here. All right, so the next one's going to go along here. What colour have I got in here? That will be something different. Oh, look, there's a, oh, let's put a bright yellow in, hey? Okay, so we're going to grab a bright yellow. And I'm going to put that, and this is actually a bit of a thicker piece of fabric, as in wider, not thicker. That was a silly thing to say, isn't it? It's wider. So what we're going to do, when this one is, it's okay. We're just mixing up all our bits of stash, okay? I'm going to make sure it's lined up against the edge of that tie. I've got it flat, and just sew away until I get to where the tie is. I'll bring it back here, okay? And I'm going to trim that off and then bring it out. Oh, look, I'm getting better. Okay, and finger press that out. All right, we've got one more side to go across. All right, so let me find another piece here. Oh, here's a bit of blue. Now, see how the yellow here is wider? Look, is wider than what this guy is. So we need to make sure this one will go right across the yellow and the little salmony colour. All right, we need to include them in as if that's the edge of the fabric. All right, so pop him in, and off I go. Now, the next round's fun, because that's where we put more of the tie in. It's not a 1/4 inch seam. It's not necessarily totally straight. That's okay. Let's trim this bit off here against the salmon colour. I'm going to open it and finger press it open. There we go. So we now got the first piece of the tie with a round. Now, this is really gets really fun. I'm going to grab the rest of the tie, because I've only cut the end off, right? And I'm going to sew it across the top here. Okay, so the next round is actually going to be pieces of the tie. Now, this is quite wide, and that's going to take up a lot of the it. So what I do, okay, OCSD people, be warned, this is scary. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew it on Okay, so I'm going to use the edge of that salmon piece here. I'm going to sew it on. Right, I'm going to trim, come back here. I'm just going to trim it off where it ended on the purple piece. Alright, so this is the tie where it's all opened up. And then, because this is really too wide, I'm just going to make sure that my interfacing or my backing is not in the way. And I'm just going to freehand cut this in half. Can you see it? Yep, there you go. Okay. If you want to, you can put it down on a mat. You can cut it. But I just freehand it because this piece I just cut off. I'm going to open that up. Alright, we've got a little piece here. Okay, so this, the tie's slippery. So this piece here is only going to be a little piece. Now, if you open that up, you can see that that is going to be on your interface. So this is just going to be a piece along here. Open that up. Oh, and guess what I've done? While I've been moving this around, I've unthreaded my machine. It takes me 2 seconds. Bear with me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab more of the tie. Okay, see how quick that was, ladies? And I'm going to just sew, and that piece I cut off is going to go straight down the edge again here. And yeah, okay, you can iron the tie. It is silk. It does have its little things, but you do have to iron these once you're finished. So me being a non-ironer, unless it's right, has to be ironed as we go. And I don't think these do. Okay, get that out. And again, I'm just going to chop this off at the end of that one. Okay, and I'm going to keep that piece because that piece might go somewhere else. All right, finger press it out. All right, that's got a curve on it. That's okay, because when we add that next piece, we'll just pick a straight line and just put it on there. So then you just use the tie and work your way all the way around, and you will end up with this bag here. See how it's gone around? And then I've gone around with the tie, and then just to get to the edges, and this one I've used the purple up around it as well. This one's got the teal. Okay, so that's 2 different ways. Let me just put this camera, sorry. There we go, you got to see my face again. Okay, so let's be quicker, there we go. So that's 2 ways of getting a bag done. You can do it as the same way without a necktie and just using your fabrics from your stash. Best thing I always say is get a 5-inch square and just chop the corner off the 5-inch square, because then you've got 5 sides. Okay, so that gives you 5 sides on the on there. So what we need, if you want to, I'm going to do this as part 2, okay, because it will get too long if I keep going. All right, so part 2 will be putting the bag together. What you'll need is, I do just use Calico as the lining, okay, and we need to cut the 2 pieces of Calico. And you know what, doesn't matter what thickness or anything, this is just your 100% cotton Calico. You can use some of my fabric. You can actually use the homespun. I don't have homespun, it's actually the solids. All right, you can use whatever you want to line it with. You want to make it a swimming bag, line it with a bit of the plastic sort of washable waterproof fabric. You can do all of it with this sort of thing. We need 2 pieces. These have to be cut at 18 inches. Okay, so we're starting with, tie goes everywhere. This one, the interfacing at 19 inches. We need to cut this at 18 because we're going to trim them back after we iron them. All right, we're also going to need 2 pieces, 5 inches wide. Okay, and I've just used them as, I'm going to measure it, 36 inches. Okay, I've just used it as the width of my Calico. So if you want longer handles, you can always just test it, take out a seam allowance, that sort of thing, as to how far down. But I've used it at 36, and I'll show you how to make the handles tomorrow night as well. All right. You guys happy with the night ones? I love doing late night sewing. So if you're happy with that, otherwise I can put it on during the day. But I do know that late night, after the dinner's done, the kids are in bed, you finish work, the whole thing, you can sit and relax here and just chat with me and sew along even. All right, if your machine's going and sewing along. Promise. Well, no, I won't promise. Could be Mad Hair Monday tomorrow. You like that one, Joanne? Okay, so you like this time is around the 7:30, 8:30 time seems to be it. So what I'll do is we'll get them. Thanks, Carol. What we'll do is we will I will get these together. Well, I've got some half finished anyway, but we'll get them together. What a great idea for Mother's Day coming up. All right, they're nice and light to pop into the post. If anyone's on here that doesn't sew, guess what? I've got some on my website. These ones are actually for sale because I have my shop. It's not open all the time. Hi, Zena. It's not all open all the time, but I am here at the shop. Hope you're enjoying these videos. Thank you so much. Make sure you comment and everything on them. I will be doing part 2 tomorrow. Could be still Mad Hair Day. Oh, hi Mark, how are you? Oh, thanks for watching. First time watching. Wonderful. Don't forget to hit that bell on the subscribe for the YouTube to get all my others. Go back and watch the others. They're all there for you to watch. And you can actually catch up. Hi, Julie. It's good now. I'm actually talking to you. You're not looking somewhere else. I can see everybody's comments. So yeah, just make sure you're subscribed and like me on Facebook because you'll get notifications on there as well. My IT guy, Jake from Provence, has been helping me a lot. I do just do this with one camera. I hope that was okay. I will rewatch it and see if I can improve it a little bit. Lighting can be, I have 2 fluoro lights up here, and one the other night for one of them decided to do the social distancing thing and not work, but it's working today. All right, tonight. But I've got it's just different things. Now, the other thing is let me know what else you want me to show you. So this is not a pattern that you can buy off me. This is one I'm just doing just as a sew along on here. Tomorrow night I will do part 2, but don't forget we had a great treasure hunt Wednesday. All right, last week. So I'm working on another treasure hunt Wednesday. They're great specials. I know you guys all went for them last week, so which was really, really, really good. But I do usually put specials in there that are only one-offs, okay? And they're at a really, really good price. So lots of quilts to be sold as well. If you haven't got time to make one, I've got a lot of made quilts, and I can show you a few of those on it as well. So this one's going to be part 2. So I will be back tomorrow night with part 2 for you, and then we'll work on next week's. We'll see what happens then. Hope you're all staying safe, social distancing, washing hands, all that sort of thing. But the main thing is, how much time have we got to sew? Yay! All right, so enjoy that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much. Thumbs up if you like it. Comment below. It always helps with me, with the YouTubes and all of that. Now, did anyone put their mad hair up? Please, put your comments in if you've got mad hair. If I've got to do it, you got to do it too. Thank you so much for watching again. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and we'll be back with part 2 tomorrow of actually putting all the bag together and all the and I'll show you how to put them together, and that's not hard to do either. All right, so Calico's got to be 18 inches, and we're going to make the fronts at 19, and we're going to iron them and trim them back to 18 inches. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. Come back and watch it again if you need to. Hate to think you have to listen to me again. But watch it all again, and we'll see you tomorrow night for part 2 of putting the tote bag together. Thanks, guys. Happy sewing and stay safe. Thanks. Bye.